Hey everyone, I'm Ross Chastain, and welcome to episode 9 of Asphalt, presented by LEVRACK and powered by Ag America Media. Remember that full-length episodes can be found on the Like a Farmer YouTube page and under Like a Farmer podcast, wherever you listen to your podcasts. Today, we're going to recap our big win in Charlotte. Got the trophy here from the Coca-Cola 600, as well as the truck race at Charlotte. We'll look back at Nashville, Xfinity, and Cup race. We'll take you out to Stauffer Farms in Seward, Nebraska, where LEVRACK was formed, and show you around the operation there and how a need at the farm turned into LEVRACK and what you see today. Then I'll answer some of your Ask Ross Anything questions. But first, let's jump into the Smashdown presented by LEVRACK. We're here in the studio at the farm with the Coca-Cola 600 trophy. Producer Ben behind the camera. Say hey, Ben.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm back to full health this week.
You feeling a little better?
I feel way better.
We don't have to take any breaks to let you catch your breath.
Yeah, no, it's good. Despite our activities after the win in Nashville, our trip there, but
buddy, I was feeling it after the Coke 600. That Monday was rough.
Yeah, the 8 a.m. flight came early. That was
10 a.m.
Had to leave at 8.
Left at 8.
Well, the first time.
I did have to go back and get my wallet. That's a common thing.
Yeah.
But man, what a night. We won the Coca-Cola 600. Like, it was something to celebrate, and we did. We stayed up all night. We had a relatively small group, probably 15 people made it all night.
I'd say so.
Some were Ubering out of there in the early hours of the morning, and then some, we made it to sunrise. It wasn't even a great sunrise either. That's the way I remember it. It was just kind of overcast.
Yeah, just because all the houses and trees, we just saw like the sky kind of get bright, and then there was no like sun come over the horizon type like movie ending. No. It's just like, oh, okay, I guess it's daylight.
What do you think the old man thought that was walking his dog with his coffee? Because he looked at us, and the way I remember it, just kind of shook his head and kept walking.
I would say so. And I don't think we had any noise complaints from what I could tell either. So I think we kept it inside the house, which was good.
Big miss that nobody could find ping pong balls though.
No,
that was terrible.
We thought about grabbing some when we were convening to celebrate, but that was a miss. But it's okay.
Yeah, we made do though.
Yeah,
but to back up, we won the race in a second car. So I hope y'all have heard the story, but we had to build a car overnight after we crashed in practice. So that was a big undertaking for Trackhouse, and a lot of people came in that normally wouldn't work on the weekends and helped assemble that car. So the wrecked car was sitting in the shop, and then right across the way was the next car. It was going to be a backup for Nashville for all of Trackhouse, and we started assembling it with the parts and pieces we wanted for Charlotte. And it was amazing to walk in there that night and see how many people were huddled around working on their different things and prepping suspension to go on, and all the work that goes into getting the floor right and the body right to roll in on Sunday at 2 p.m. and push it through tech to be ready for the Coca-Cola 600 later that night. So some of those guys not only stayed up late Saturday night building a car, then we celebrated Sunday night. So that was really cool. And we were able to drive to the front. I mean, we started last and made our way forward slowly. Got caught by that first green flag cycle in stage 1. The caution came out right after we had pitted, so we had to take the wave around, and that kind of cost us some spots, maybe, I don't know, under 10 probably, but had to pass some of the same cars again at the end of stage 1 into stage 2. So the goal pre-race was top 20 in stage 1 and top 10 by the end of stage 2 at the halfway point, and then if that's the case, then we could go race. And I think we were 17th and 7th in those two. So that was really cool to actually like check those boxes that Phil Surgeon and our group had kind of laid out. And then getting down to the end, that last pit stop, we basically missed pitting by 2 laps just through some reacting to the leaders when they were pitting. It was too late when Phil called me in by the time we could react. And then the next lap, I didn't pit as well. He called me in turn 3, and I was already committed to the top. So those 2 laps put us from 2 seconds behind him to about 8 seconds. So what really worked out, and some of the stuff that gets lost in all the craziness, is we came off pit road on the last pit stop after nailing the adjustment, but basically in clean air. I had the whole straightaway in front of me, so I was able to run about 20 laps of just unimpeded, no dirty air, where William and Denny were up there in traffic. They were behind some guys that also had fresh tires. So that was a big piece of it. If any lapped cars or anything would have cycled out in front of us, we would have never caught the 24. So that was fortunate. And then I caught William and had to pass him. And he did a really good job with about 15 laps to go of blocking. Like, his rear view camera was working well, and he went everywhere I went, and he really stopped me, stopped my attack. And I thought I was stuck. And then he had his big moment off turn 4 with coming to 6 to go, I think. And that was the run we needed, and cleared him off at 2, left him A lane. I think the best shot, is from the helicopter. And there is one car width of a cup car outside of my car. And he tried to get out there and got in the fence doing it. So from there, it was, we were good because we were really evenly matched. So then he was stuck behind me, and we won. It was an amazing feeling. I came across the start finish line with both hands off the wheel, like, I don't know, fist pumping in the air inside the car. So that was, I don't think I've ever taken both hands off the wheel, but a great celebration. I took my time. I did a reverse lap, Polish victory lap. It just felt right for some reason, the history of that race and the history of this sport. I've never done it before, but it was cool. It was a really cool moment just to take my time and drive around the track backwards. With the tint on my car, on the windshield, I actually couldn't see in the banking when I was driving backwards. So I had to just watch the wall out the kind of the left side of the windshield. And then probably the most noteworthy part was my hat got stolen. So that was unfortunate. I race with the hat on the shifter. So I get out of the car on the front stretch, and I put the hat on. And then as I'm driving, y'all have probably seen the video. If you haven't, unfortunately, I'll tell you to go look at it. Just a drunk race fan grabbed the hat right off my head right after I talked to Justin Marks. So that was unfortunate. We got it back, and I think that guy had a headache the next morning for sure. So yeah, that was the Coke 600. We ran the truck race on Friday night. Ran second. I was best in class. The 11 truck, Corey Heim, Scott Zipadelli, that group at Tricon, as they've been doing, they kicked the entire truck field. Like, they put us in underground. So it was wild to watch him just drive away on every run and pass all of us. Caden was up there in the 45, pushed him to the lead one time down the back. So that was cool. Y'all heard me talk about it, but having teammates run close together is really key. So that was a good night for Nice, the best night really as a company, second, third, and seventh. So proud of the effort at Charlotte there. And we didn't have a shot to win though. The 11 was so fast. So yeah, that was it. That was about as short as I could make winning the Coca-Cola 600 and having the trophy. Like, it's going to be in the shot for the whole show. So
yeah, I don't think you took your ring off the entire week except to put gloves on, I think is what I heard. I'd tell somebody.
Yeah, that was it. I don't have it on right now. I left it at home. Trophy is the centerpiece today. But yeah, that ring is just incredible. One of the crown jewel races, and what that ring just signifies for our company at Trackhouse and for my career as the driver of the one car. Now we've got 6 wins. The one car in the history of the sport hasn't won this like as much as you would think. They told me we're the winningest combination of team and driver for the number one in the sport, like in the history of NASCAR. So that's pretty wild to think about that. But we're looking for a whole lot more. So this one was big. In under 300 starts as an organization, we win the Coca-Cola 600. That's big. So that's pretty much it, man. They gave me a jacket. We toasted champagne up in the Speedway Club with SMI. They added watermelon into the champagne. Yeah, I saw
that. That was nice. Was it good?
I don't like champagne.
Oh, you don't?
I don't like, no.
I feel like I'd like it.
It's too, well, yeah, you're a seltzer guy, man. You like the bubbles.
Okay, yeah. I love a good mimosa.
Do you know what I like?
What do you like?
I like beer.
Really? I couldn't tell.
I like beer. I'd be drinking beer whether Busch Light sponsored me or not, and I would be drinking Busch Light whether they sponsored me or not. I don't know who clipped that from the post-race press conference. Was that Jason?
Yes.
Yeah, that was Jason at Trackhouse did that. Yes. I like beer. I don't know what to tell you. And I got to drink.
As you should.
I got to drink Tall Boys all night. We went to Nashville after that, into the Cup race, qualified 5th, and I about busted my butt into turn 1 on the start of the race. I just did not have my rear tires prepped enough, turns out. Didn't have them warmed up, and went in there and they felt like ice. And luckily, Brad in the 6 moved up as I slid up and gave me room to catch it. And we went back to 9th place off turn 2 and basically ran there for 400 miles. Between 7th and 12th, maybe, we ran all night long. And for some reason, we just couldn't move off the bottom. Both races were basically around the bottom, Xfinity and Cup. And it's a bummer. That track is usually a lot wider, so that was odd. Slipped back to 11th right at the end, the 45 and 20. I wanted 9th. I had 9th with a couple to go and couldn't hold them off, and they both went by me. And 11th is it's better than anything behind it, but it's just disappointing because I was so close to 10th, and Stephen Parsons said it best. We record top 10s. We don't talk about 11th, but top 10s is like a stat. And one day you look at that, I guess, when you're old. But I did have some family in town, so that was cool to hang out with them throughout the weekend. And that's pretty much it from Nashville. So before I answer some of your Ask Ross Anything questions, let's take you out to Seward, Nebraska, where I spent some time at Stauffer Farms and LEVRACK. And I'm going to show you and let Ryan tell you how our presenting sponsor took a basic need at the farm and turned it into what you see now and today as LEVRACK. It's a pretty cool story. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, we are in Seward, Nebraska today to show you around Stauffer Farms. Ryan, thank you for having us out here today. Everybody that's been watching the show, they've heard me say LEVRACK. They've seen it in the show in Ag Asphalt. And now we're finally here at headquarters. Yeah. So y'all have a lot going on, and we're here to find out all about it, man. So thanks for having us.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, we are on what used to be our farm HQ and now has been taken over by LEVRACK, the secondary thing, which is now kind of co-primary thing on with our family farm, and had an idea for a shelving product that a couple of us started here right on the farm out of just a necessity for some clean storage. So,
was the first name of it, was it really Rack and Roll?
It was, yeah. That was the first name, Rack and Roll.
Do you miss that?
Some days. Because the thing with LEVRACK for us, like everybody knows, but like, are you like a French company or like LEVRACK, or you'll get like LOVERACK, it's hard. And when you start in agriculture, farmers are my favorite too, because you get them to try to pronounce different things and they're like, LEVRACK, you'll hear it all.
Have you always had a mind that went down paths like this, or is this just something that you saw as an opportunity and needed to build something?
Kind of, yeah. It's like the cool thing with ag here and being a farmer in Nebraska, it's your winters are long. So like you have spring, fall, and then you kind of are like, okay, what are we going to do for the next? So you're always thinking about something, you have time to do stuff. And so that was one thing that was attractive to me about coming back to the farm, is like you have kind of an outlet to, come up with ideas. I didn't think it was going to be shelving.
Years into it now, what's driving you to keep going? You've got 4 kids, right? What's family? What's driving you to grow LEVRACK into?
It's been the relationships, honestly. I think when you go kind of back to the core of why we started it, it's been the fun alignment around what we've done. So whether it's being able to take your brand and align it with folks like you and things like this, I mean that's really what's cool. And I think to create something's always fun too. I mean, I think something that people don't get a lot of chances to create something new. And again, lucky for us, it's a shelf, so it's not the sexiest thing in the world. Be like, oh, look what we did.
Do you still have the original?
Yeah, let's go take a look.
Rack and Roll?
Yeah, we got it. I think it's got a LEVRACK sticker on it.
Okay, I want to see it.
Let's go take a look. So when we started LEVRACK in 2016-ish, this was the farm site, the original, not our original farm, but my dad and uncle split their farm operation. So we moved everything here. Within a year, unplanned LEVRACK happened unintentionally. So it's kind of taken my day-to-day from the farm to shelving business that
I've heard of a lot of accidents in life. I've never heard somebody say that a shelving company was an accident.
So it kind of came out of necessity, which both good ideas we can say come from the farm, right? Our roots are here, and now it's in automotive, education, public safety, military. Our products just kind of used across the board. So it's super fun, but our core, our roots, obviously you saw it here, we're on the farm in Nebraska. So the LEVRACK, so it looks like they're floating, so we went with levitating, like racking, and played off pallet rack being the structure. Like, man, we need like a robust logo, like what's the most, like the biggest, like antler. We're out, like being from rural America, like we hunt and fish and all that. So like, what's like, obviously there's no moose in Nebraska, but like, let's go with the biggest, beefiest. Yeah. Well, we started buying stuff off of Amazon, like this corner post and stuff. Initially, we're only going to sell 12 footers. And it's just funny how it changes in your head. Cause like this is it. So yeah, this is a 10-year-old LEVRACK with particle board. Yeah. 9 years old probably. But I mean, we were just riveting galvanized sheets on the outside of these things. People loved them. We're gonna put you to work, Ross.
Finally.
Probably the easiest job you had, because these are all packed for the day. So we got here too late.
I'm like a blister.
I know, exactly. Showed up when the work's done. We're gonna sign a couple hats. Okay. Throw them in some customers' crates, and we'll get a little surprise. So.
What if they're not a fan of mine? What do you think they're going to do with it?
Maybe they'll sell it on eBay. We'll see. I'm sure they'll appreciate it.
We should have scouted that out before we
got this. Oh yeah, you've packed boxes.
Oh
before.
Yeah, man.
All right, who's getting this? Oh, the Hunter Mahan, actually. Old PGA golfer. He probably knows.
Really?
Fellow professional athlete.
Okay.
He knows who's getting it. All right, we'll do one more.
Nice.
I don't know who's getting
this one.
Chad Unrein, another Texas guy.
Yep.
Enjoy, Chad. Hopefully, like I said, we can sell it on eBay if you don't know Ross. But
not a fan.
Too bad.
Oh well. Well, man, thank you for showing me around. Thanks for not making me work too hard.
You got it.
You got a well-oiled machine here, you guys. Packaging everything up. You've been in this 9 years now with LEVRACK, almost 9.
Yeah.
What's some of the coolest people that you've sold to?
It's been wild. Like from the very beginning, Jay Leno was one of the first people that we still kind of talk back and forth with a little bit.
Yeah.
And a guy that we always wanted to highlight is people that still like build stuff. Like this amplifies their space or allows them to work smarter, better, more efficiently. And so we went out to LA and actually met Jay, and he was wrenching out a motorcycle when we walked in, and just like super gracious.
He's really like that.
Really like that.
No cameras.
No cameras. It was just us, and
that's cool.
In the height of COVID too. I mean, just like not expecting that in California, and he's like welcomed us in, and like was super gracious and super cool to show us around. I think that's what makes coming to work here fun. Is just the complete. You never know where our next customer is going to come from.
Speaking of like relationships and stuff with Asphalt, y'all being the presenting sponsor, all of our listeners have heard and seen it on the show. But Asphalt, as you know, is part of the Like a Farmer YouTube page and all that everything that goes into that. And with Pat Spinoza being a mutual buddy of ours,
friend Pat, man,
Patrick.
Not good enough probably to get on his show, but I would say that this.
I don't know that you want to.
So I'm wondering too. I think we chose the show that we felt was the better show of the group. Yeah.
That's right.
And so.
Yeah. Well, and just the host on his show is just, he's just.
Yeah, I mean, you want to be around somebody that's super professional and knows what they're doing. And with Pat, he'll get there. It's just he's a little green.
He's a young pup. He's learning. He's learning his
ways. He'll get there.
No, it's been great, man. My relationship with him has grown, and then getting to meet y'all. So now getting boots on the ground out here is. It like ties it all together for me that I've been talking about it. And we have one at my studio at my farm back in North Carolina. So that's been really cool. It took up a lot of. I mean, we got the big one.
Yeah.
So,
well, now you know where it came from. You know we weren't messing around. It really did come from a farm. So we tie it all together.
That's right. So. Well, speaking of boots on the ground, man, I got some Georgia boots here for you.
Awesome.
They wanted to say thank you. They're part of the show too.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for what you do. And
heck yeah, I'll wear those. Oh yeah.
I mean, those are full on
Those are good.
Get some real work done.
Thanks, Ross.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Come again anytime. You're always welcome in
and
Nebraska.
We'll see you at a race.
We're going to be there.
A big thanks to Ryan, everybody at Stauffer Farms and LEVRACK and Georgia Boot. Now it's time to answer your Ask Ross Anything questions. All right, make sure to keep submitting your questions that I may or may not answer in the comment section of our full-length video episodes on YouTube. So, first one from Joshua White 4471. What tracks do you want to get a win at next, or does it matter? A win is a win, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just the next one. Truck race in Michigan. Sounds pretty good. JBYM11 asks, my wife and I love seeing the watermelon smash in Charlotte. What do you look at when picking a watermelon you want to eat, and what kind of watermelon do you pick to smash? So when I'm looking for one to smash, it's the same thing if I'm going to eat it. So I'm looking for a dark skin variety watermelon. So that's from the Enzazaden group. That'd be a Big Jack or a Black Jack. So give me the Big Jack. That's going to be a good one to eat or smash. Doesn't matter. Same for either. Theshu37 says, hey Ross, what's some of your favorite movies and who are some of your favorite musicians? Not a big movie guy. Don't really have a favorite. I guess I'm weird. And musician-wise, Cody Johnson these days. Can't go wrong with some George Strait. And then played softball with Zach Top. So that was cool to get to know him a little bit. That's it for the questions this week. Y'all keep sending them in, and I'll keep picking a few to answer. Looking ahead, I'm going to go to CMA Fest in Nashville. Back to Nashville. Going to hang out with Busch Light and Chevy for some of that. So that'll be my first time doing that for that festival. Double duty in Michigan coming up. Got the Nice truck. All three Nice trucks look really similar. So good luck to the spotters. We've got co-branded stuff across all three trucks of all the major sponsors at Nice. So really cool program they put together. I remember when they were first talking about it, I was kind of wondering how it would turn out, but the trucks look awesome. We've had a shot to win at Michigan before, and looking forward again if we can. Just got to beat that 11 truck and the whole field, because of course more people are going to show up. Good. Constant balance at Michigan of downforce and drag. The trucks punch a big hole. And gonna have to work the air better than the other ones. Gonna get to race Carson. Saw that. So see if we can. I mean, that guy's rolling right now. So pumped to race against him in trucks. And of course, can't forget the Apple car. Busch Light Apple finally on the number one car. I know that it's hard to find out in the stores right now, but we're kicking off our part of promoting Busch Light Apple for the first time on the number one car. Trackhouse. I have been hearing about Kevin Harvick winning in the Apple car at Michigan years ago, and I'm ready to have people reference the one car winning in it. I can't wait to get out and drink one after the race in Victory Lane. That'd be really cool. That's it for the show. That's it. I mean, what else we got to talk about? Big trophy. I feel like we could have just turned it on the show, said the trophy's here, and shut it off. That's going to do it for this week's episode of Ag to Asphalt, presented by LEVRACK and powered by Ag American Media. Be sure to tune into the Cup race this weekend at Michigan International Speedway on Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time on Prime. Remember, 30-day free trial. If you don't have Prime, just go sign up. You'll get the rest of the races for free and get stuff shipped to your house for free. I have Prime for the shipping. It's so great. If you're going to be at the track this weekend, I'm going to be doing some appearances on Sunday. I'll start out at the merch hauler at 9:25 until 9:55. 10 minutes later, I'll be at the fan zone for a Q&A from 10 to 10:15, and then Chevy, back of the Chevy truck, from 10:20 to 10:45 before we get going for the race. Be sure to subscribe to Like a Farmer on YouTube, where new episodes drop every other Thursday. Leave a rating on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.